Welcome to the Epic Tales universe, where we embark on thrilling adventures into the mysterious, the mythical, and the unknown. We're so excited to have you with us today, whether you're a longtime listener or a new explorer. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our captivating tales. Today, we journey into the legend of the Mothman, one of the most chilling and enigmatic stories to ever emerge from the shadows of American folklore. It all began in 1966, in the quiet town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Point Pleasant was the kind of town where everyone knew each other, where life moved at a slow, comfortable pace, and where nothing particularly remarkable ever happened. But in the autumn of that year, something strange stirred in the skies above the town, something that would forever change its history. The first encounter occurred on a cool November evening. It was November 12th, and a group of 5 men were working late at a cemetery near Clendenin, a small, sleepy town just outside Point Pleasant. The men were digging a grave, their shovels cutting through the earth under the fading light of dusk. The air was crisp, and all was quiet. Suddenly, one of the men noticed something moving in the sky above them. At first, he thought it was a bird, but as the figure moved closer, the men realized it was much too large to be any bird they had ever seen. Its wingspan was immense, stretching 6, maybe even 7 feet across. But what was most unsettling was how it moved. It seemed to glide effortlessly through the air without making a sound, its wings barely flapping. The creature passed over them, disappearing into the darkening sky, leaving the men frozen in place, unsure of what they had just witnessed. This strange occurrence might have been dismissed as an isolated event, a misidentified bird or a trick of the light, had it not been for what happened just a few days later, on November 15th. That night, 2 young couples, Roger and Linda Scarberry, along with their friends Steve and Mary Millette, decided to take a drive out near the TNT area, an old munitions plant located just outside Point Pleasant. The TNT area had been a bustling center of activity during World War II, but by the 1960s, it had long been abandoned, its decaying buildings left to rot amidst the overgrown weeds and trees. It was an eerie place, especially at night, but the couples weren't thinking about that as they drove along the dark, winding roads. As their car approached the TNT area, their headlights caught something unusual on the side of the road. Standing there, illuminated by the beams of the car's lights, was a creature unlike anything they had ever seen. It was tall, perhaps 6 or 7 feet in height, with large, folded wings pressed against its back. Its body was covered in a grayish, mottled skin, but it wasn't the creature's size or appearance that terrified them most. It was its eyes. The creature's eyes were glowing bright red, almost as if they were reflecting some unseen light. The couple sat frozen in their car, staring at the creature in shock. And then it moved. Without warning, the creature unfurled its massive wings and took to the sky, soaring above the car. In a panic, Roger Scarberry hit the gas, speeding down the narrow road to get away. But the creature gave chase. As the car barreled down the road at over 100 miles per hour, the creature kept pace, flying just above them, its wings flapping slowly and its red eyes fixed on the car. The couples could hear nothing. No screeching, no flapping of wings. The creature moved silently, as if it were weightless, floating on an invisible current of air. The chase continued for several miles before the creature finally veered off, disappearing into the woods as they approached the outskirts of town. Shaken and terrified, the couples went straight to the police station, where they reported their encounter. The police, skeptical but curious, went out to the TNT area to investigate, but found nothing. Still, the story made its way into the local newspapers, and soon, the entire town of Point Pleasant was buzzing with talk of the strange creature that had been seen in the dark. The creature, which would later be known as the Mothman, quickly became a topic of conversation in the town, and over the next few weeks, sightings of the creature became increasingly common. Witnesses described seeing a large, winged creature with glowing red eyes that seemed to watch them from the shadows. Some reported seeing it perched on rooftops, while others claimed it flew low over their cars as they drove along the dark roads. The creature seemed to have an almost supernatural ability to appear and disappear at will, always watching, always observing. Its presence was unsettling, and for many, it felt like a bad omen, as if the creature's arrival heralded some impending disaster. As the weeks passed, fear and paranoia began to grip the town. People were afraid to go out after dark, afraid of encountering the strange winged figure. But as the sightings continued, a new theory began to take hold. Some believed that the Mothman wasn't just a creature, but a harbinger of doom, a warning of something terrible that was about to happen. This theory reached its terrifying conclusion on December 15, 1967. On that fateful day, during the height of rush hour, the Silver Bridge, an old suspension bridge that connected Point Pleasant to Gallipolis, Ohio, collapsed without warning. The collapse sent cars plunging into the icy waters of the Ohio River, and 46 people lost their lives. The tragedy stunned the town, and in the aftermath of the disaster, some began to claim that they had seen the Mothman near the bridge in the days leading up to the collapse. Had the creature been trying to warn them, or was it somehow connected to the disaster itself? The Silver Bridge collapse marked the end of the Mothman sightings in Point Pleasant. It was as if the creature had appeared, foreseen the disaster, and then vanished. To this day, no one knows for sure what caused the collapse. Official reports cited a structural failure, but for many in Point Pleasant, the timing was too much of a coincidence. The Mothman, they believed, had something to do with it. In the years since, the story of the Mothman has grown into a legend. Point Pleasant has embraced its strange history, hosting an annual Mothman festival and erecting a statue of the creature in the center of town. The Mothman, with its wings spread wide and its red eyes glowing, has become a symbol of mystery and intrigue, drawing visitors from all over the world. Books, documentaries, and films have been made about the Mothman, with the most famous being The Mothman Prophecies, a book by John Keel that was later turned into a movie. In the book, Keel explored the idea that the Mothman was not just a cryptid, but part of a larger pattern of paranormal activity that had taken place in Point Pleasant during the 1960s. According to Keel, the Mothman sightings were linked to UFO sightings and other strange phenomena that had been reported in the area during that time. Yet despite all the attention, the mystery of the Mothman remains unsolved. Was it a rare, undiscovered animal? A visitor from another world? Or something far stranger, a being that exists on the edge of our understanding, appearing only when disaster is near? Theories abound, but no definitive answers have ever been found. For those who saw it, the Mothman was something that defied explanation, a creature whose presence brought with it a sense of foreboding and dread. It was a reminder that there are still mysteries in this world, things that cannot be easily explained or understood. The Mothman's legend lives on, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the legend of the Mothman. We hope this story has sparked your curiosity and left you with more questions than answers. If you enjoyed this tale, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or suggestions for future stories. Your support helps us bring more tales of the unknown to life, and we can't wait to share more with you. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next episode of Epic Tales Universe.